Hello, Holotable. It is Mr. Hippo here. This is a late night video that I'm recording. I just wanted to pop in and kind of show you a couple things. This is more of a video of, it's not always about grinding exactly what's best in the game. Sometimes you can have a little bit of fun. It is late night here for me. Galactic, or not Galactic, the Grand Arena is ready to go. I was going to do a video kind of on the Grand Arena and me going through it tomorrow, but I will be at work before this event ends. I don't really have time tonight to really do the video. I'm just going to do a quick battles. I think I can probably beat this one 100%. I was just looking at my opponent before I started this video. I think it's Pelican here. Great bird. But it looks like for ship wise, I could probably beat him on ships. Let's kind of look at the ships here. And look at all the capital ships. How many does he have? He only has 4 capital ships. I have like 6 or 7, so I should be okay there. I have a lot more ships. These guys aren't relic either, so I should be able to just decimate his ships. His squads. His best character is Luke. We're similar galactic power. I have like 5.8 now, or almost 5.8. All of his characters here. Probably just hide Discord. Let me just turn off Discord for now, so it doesn't interrupt the video anymore. Close that out. Looking down, he has no. He only has a few relics. Most are in gear 12. Let's see what his mods are on Invader. I'm just curious. He got some speed mods, which are fine, but you lose some damage doing that. So he probably has a bunch of health mods and things. He's got Wampa, 2 Zetas on him, no Omicron. But his only relics are really his Geo team, and I was looking at him. I think I can just Vader his Geo team and be okay. We'll double check that. It's only 3s, so I should be fine. I'm going down. I mean, they're all gear 12s. It drops down. So he just has a lot of units partially geared, which is how I did the game a long time ago, and that's fine. You can play the game how you want to. If you want to push like your crystal income, which is really important, really get the most out of the game while having fun, you have to fully invest in some more teams than just this. See, I mean, he has 5.2 mil and almost no relic characters, so they're all. I mean, it's mostly not even gear 12 either. He has a bunch of gear 12, but he needs more in that gear 13 plus range. He really doesn't have much. Looks like he might be working for CLS here. Or not CLS, but for CLS team. I just don't really see it yet. It's got some nice sisters, and that's really all I got here. So I'm not too worried about winning this one. I should be able to 100% it. But the actual activity is not the purpose. I'll try to do a GAC run later on when I have more time to actually go through and break down the battles and stuff like that. Might do a live stream of it. I did look at a few of my other opponents, and some are more equal in my power range. But I just want to show, I'm currently, I think, Carbonite 3, not Carbonite, Chromium. Yeah, Chromium 3. I was in, or Rhodium, hold on, what are they all called? I was in a Rhodium 3, I think, or 2 or 3. Last cycle. I'll go through some where I win 2 out of 3 matches, some where I'd win 0 out of 3, kind of went back and forth every season. If I win most of them, or if I lose most of them. I think that's kind of how CG has it balanced. You go on a little bit of a winning streak, and you go on a big losing streak. But I have a pretty good chance of winning it this time. I saw someone with 3 GLs, which might be a challenge, but doing 3v3s, if it keeps them on offense, I might be able to withstand it. But today, I more want to talk about, sometimes you want to have some fun things. You don't want to always be, going for the most optimum defenses. My defenses aren't the best. This one's pretty standard. I mean, I got like a Padme one here. I just threw in a couple Doctor Republic. I probably could have thrown in Anakin instead of Shock T. I just wasn't really thinking. I just kind of threw stuff down, and then GAC locked. Treya, Savage, and Nihilus are pretty standard. I need to pump up them some more gear and check their mods and stuff. I haven't done. But having these two together, I'm pretty sure he can't beat this squad with whatever he has on his team. If he does any sort of major damage, Nihilus will get instant annihilate and just kind of one tap, so this line should hold. Padme should hold because they're relic, and I don't think he can actually damage these guys. Especially with his Datacron, I think he's just going to be able to get a hard strike with the Datacrons. I kind of pump that out for defense. Here with my GG, I mean, this is just going to be hopefully Magna tanks long enough, and I believe my Datacron here Actually, look at it. Yeah, I can. I mean, it gives me some crit avoidance, gives them some max health protection. This is more just to give them some more defense so they don't die as fast. So that's pretty standard. But it's okay to push things that are kind of silly, which I will show you in a second. Something that I push that's kind of silly. And I got my first order here. But looking inside this route, I got got a fun little squad here that gets me some surprise holds. I purely did it because it was fun. I relicked up my Princess Leia. I think she might have gotten relicked from the Lightspeed bundle, but I was going to anyways to get her pumped up some. I might take them a little further. I still need to finish their mods. I mean, I got him 6-dotted just for his ship, but I want to make it their speed a little bit higher. But you know, I got them some speed mods, a little bit of health, they can survive. It's more there to keep Leia in action. I definitely know her mods aren't up to snuff. Yeah, I got her mods. I'm investing a little bit in her mods, trying to get them spec'd up, make her as fast as possible, so she's attacking as fast as possible. Number 3s, I threw on 3 CPO. Oh, I can't speak. C3PO. Wow, I am not a Star Wars fan apparently. C3PO because he's gonna throw out debuffs, call assists, create buffs for his allies. I believe for Rebels, what does the Rebel one do? That's GR. I got Republic. It's the Rebel one. Resistance. Blah blah blah. So potency, it's fine. Whatever. I don't need potency much. I've been exposes on target. Blah blah blah. And more potency. Whatever. Potencies won't be as important for the squad because I don't think Leia does anything that needs potency for. But I did Omicron these, and this is what I want to talk about, is the Omicrons. I mean, is it the best one in the world? Heck no. There are better Omicrons to focus on in your team. Maybe like an Iden or stuff like that, which my troopers are really crap. I need to put work into my Imperial troopers. But I literally put my Omi on Akbar and Leia because I wanted to have some fun with them. And for the past, I don't know, 6-7 GACs, I have had quite a bit of fun. Now you get certain points where they just throw in a really sped out, I don't know, character they can beat you pretty easily. But it is kind of fun when, you know, they see these SLKRs, they throw 2 or 3 teams, try to knock them out, and they try to throw in some other teams, and they use a lot of their main punches. And just when you're in that mid-range, like kind of like Chromium range, you throw this guy down here too, and you see at the end he has like 7 holds, which I have seen before. It's pretty funny. But I just want to show you, you don't have to always tackle a journey guide or what you think is going to be the best. I got a back team that's kind of crap team. I'm hoping this front wall will hold up without falling through. So I put a couple okay things, like, you know, my crappy Geos are not very good, but I threw them here anyways. Through my Ray, this team's not modded up or anything. Got, you know, my Farm Boy Luke and just some random crap. I remodded my Phoenix a little bit, so this squad will actually probably hold for the most part. Unless they get someone that's just overgeared, which I don't see my current opponent doing, which is fine. I mean, I remember being in that state of an account. I just want to show you don't have to go into the most meta teams. You can build things that are just kind of fun. So, I mean, let's just find an example of a team, one of these filters that's not the most important team in the game to have, but, you know, if you like the characters and you think it's fun, heck, go for it. This game's about having fun. I would not suggest purely going for fun teams to build. Like, for example, Tuskens, I mean, they have some uses, and like there's some assault battles that are useful for not assault battles, galactic challenges, whatever they're called. But yeah, I mean, I don't have a Tusken team, but I've always wanted one. They've just never fit into any of my farming paths I've been going on to get. But when I go for Jabba, I have to get, I think, Aurora. So I might grab Chieftain 2 and Warrior while I'm doing it. I got these guys already at 7 stars, which is nice. You want to have a fun team that just you throw and you don't see very often, like my Akbar team. Dude, it can be kind of fun. I mean, Rebels. I mean, there are so many Rebels out there. So I have a version of a 5-man Rebel team just for Akbar, and just kind of fun to throw him out there. Thought about putting like Han out there. He's just not relicked yet, so I may relic him at some point, even though he has no requirements for anything else in this game right now besides using him for, I think, CLS. But this was plenty to get in there. I threw on the Zeta just because, you know, I thought it was fun. I did this a long time ago. I believe this gives him protection recovery. I know he gives turn meter to his allies when he takes damage, so it's throw them out there when you have Princess Leia and Akbar, and you just generate so much turn meter. But I just want to show that you don't have to always build like, you know, straight into Krex or Drogon into going for Leia. I mean, you can go into paths that are more fun. You can, you know, just unbuild a Kyle Katarn team. Now, I know this guy's good, but you know, I wouldn't say that he's the most meta right now, but you want to throw in some Fulcrum, figure out a team with her, or we make her go solo. I mean, she's not going to be the best optimized or efficient path to go that way, but you could figure out a character you really like. So I like Akbar, so that's why I focus on that. I like Princess Leia. I thought they're just, you know, characters from the movies that I like, but also as a design functionality, I also enjoy the character design. Not the strongest characters in the game, of course, but, you know, they can be fun. You know, maybe pair them with Luke Skywalker, and if you're able to generate enough turn meter where the other team can't go for several turns, all of a sudden you got this guy stacking up damage. It's not going to be amazing. It's not the best thing in the world, but look, let's see here. At the start of each of his turns, he gains crit damage, stacking until the end of the counter. So you could stack up like, you know, 80% crit damage, 90% crit damage pretty fast. That's why I have him set for crit chance and offense. So that way his crit damage is just, you know, popping out. Stuff like that where you just have a fun team that most people don't have. It could be quite enjoyable. Look at one more that you see there's anything here that strikes right in my eyes. You know, Jawa team. Jawas are silly. I don't see them very often. I don't see them in Grand Arena at all. Mine aren't, you know, anywhere close to being ready, but that could be something useful that you're like, I really like Jawas. I think they're funny dudes. I want to get some wins with a fun team. I don't want to care about my, you know, my CLS grind, my Padme grind. I don't want to, you know, worry about my GLs all the time. My way I'm doing GLs now is kind of chase a GL, take a break, farm a different team outside of it. Could be a Journey Guide team. Could be, for example, right now I'm doing the Jawas. So once I finish up my Jawas, I'm going for Jedi Master Luke next. That's a personal preference and also where my team is sitting. And after JML, I think I'm going to go for Cal, just because I'm worried I want to get my GAC teams ready to go. But also my Imperial Troopers are very lacking, so that's probably something I'm going to squeeze in there somewhere, maybe on the side. So I have most of Cal's requirements already farmed, so I don't have to worry about farming those guys, just gearing them. So maybe while I'm gearing them, I'll try to flesh out my Imperial Troopers. As you can see, that's literal garbage. My P8 will be geared up soon, because I am going for Executor. I have most of his requirements done, all the ships farmed, so that's just a personal farm I'm doing. But most of these guys I have start up. I don't have the guys here on the bottom, but then that's just my own shortcomings. I highly recommend you find a farm that is just, you find pure fun or pure silly to have. Make sure there's some synergy, because otherwise you will have a 0% chance of having success. But I mean, it could be literally be, I want to have a Maul lead. I've been farming Maul because I've been following Hippo's videos on this raid. And I want to utilize this leadership right here. I want to have some evasion. I want to get my guys really fast and have stealth and, you know, evade or whatever and get all this advantage and blah blah blah. Ignore taunt while they're stealthing, something like that. You could have, I'm sure there's a data card right now that gives you more evasions. You just make them a Sith team that just, you know, can't be hit. I don't know, you throw in like a Maul, other people with a good chance of evading. I mean, there's a bunch of Sith characters here you can choose from. Probably not the most useful team to have, but you know, it's, you can find its use. You really just want to try something silly that just not used much anymore. I know there's a time period where Maul was really important to have as your lead, but that was a long time ago in this game. But yeah, I mean, there's all these things that are relative. I mean, they're all got some metas. They're all useful in certain team comps. I suggest finding at least one team. Like my one team is the Akbar team. That's just silly. That you find is really fun to use. It's fun to see when you look at your results for your GAC where they held out, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and also just kind of throw your enemy off a little bit. It's kind of funny when that happens. So I don't know, man. You can do Ewoks. Ewoks by themselves, I don't see much. They're not amazing. But I mean, it can be something silly that your opponent's just not ready for, not prepared for. They may not have a Kylo Ren that has Zeta and good mods on it that can just one-tap them all or something like that. But I would say this is probably not the best way to go, because you know Kylo can just 1v5 them. Mine's not quite modded right. I don't have his Zeta to get his health back or his protection back on his outrage ability, but something you can try. I'm just kind of scanning through my team really fast, see if there's anything else that sticks out to me. But I recommend you find one character that you just really like and try to build a unique team around them until you get like a really strong squad for them. It could be a Count Dooku squad, even though Count Dooku, I think in my opinion, still holds up. He's definitely an older character, but he still has counterattacks, attacks you through protection, all that fun stuff. You could build a fun Sep team around him. I think it's a Separatist for his leadership. Yes, you could build like a Separatist team that's not usually seen together. You don't have Grievous yet. You're still trying to get Grievous up. Figure out like I don't know, a Jango Fett, Count Dooku team. Throw in a random Geo that you have that you don't have the rest of the Geos. I don't know. You could play around with it. This game is more fun when you can build your own custom teams, not always chasing the most meta thing possible. But yeah, I just say spend some time, figure out some team that's going to be fun to use, like my Akbar team, and just go crazy with it. I mean, people put Saxon and Imperial together and made a fun combo. This is a team that I want just to get these guys up so they can 2-mana squads sometimes. I mean, there's a lot of characters in this game. I mean, Gamorrean Guard, you don't see that very often. Figure out some team to use for Gamorrean Guard, or something like that, where it could be the Wookiee team. I mean, they're fun to use. Figure out some Wookiee team that just gets you surprising holds. That's the most fun I've had in this game, is getting stuff together like that. Like, I would say, even though I've been chasing GLs and I got, SLKR, Ray, I'm working on JML soon. I got Gas almost ready to go. Having this Akbar team, I mean, I have them on a 5 as well. The 5s is where I get the most fun out of them. Because I have Akbar, if I get holds, like this guy thinks, ooh, it's probably the weakest team to go after, I'm going to go after his Akbar, but he holds 6-7 times. I'm going to get a lot of joy from that. Even though I don't use him on offense. But just having him here, it's probably the most fun I think I've done in, I don't know, when I Omni these guys. 6 months ago, give or take. It's probably the most fun I've had applying an Omicron or getting a team ready to go is these two right here. Just the ideas you can put together. I'm going to do a 5-man. If I had Han at Relic, I put him here, but I don't have him Relic yet. So having those three together, the idea you can pump in Term Eater for your Farm Boy Luke, and have him stack damage like one-tap somebody, and just imagine the face of your enemy, of your opponent, getting one-tap by Farm Boy Luke Skywalker tickles me to death, and I love that. I'll never pump them past like Relic 5, but having them get some fun holds, do some fun things, that's super enjoyable for me. But yeah, that's going to wrap up this video. I'm not going to record me doing this GAC. I just don't have time to sit there and really talk about my thought process behind it all. Just thought I'd do a 15-minute video or so, kind of talking about the ideas of, you don't have to always chase the most meta or most powerful comp in the game. There's times where you can sit back and just build something fun for yourself. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, comment below. Tell me your favorite custom teams you've made, or something useful you've used in GAC or some other territory war that just seems to work for you, or just pure out fun. Give me some ideas, show me some things, I'd love to see them. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and always, may the Force be with you. Thanks guys.